Health Minute is brought to you by St. Francis Health. We listen, we heal.
And welcome back. Well, cancer research is leading to fewer deaths. However, challenges do remain. So tonight, Mandy Gaither takes a look at living with cancer.
Improvements in screenings and advancements in treatment options have led to an overall decline in cancer deaths, but care doesn't end with treatment.
That fear of recurrence is so common in patients, and anxiety, depression, and even post-traumatic stress disorder is something that is well described, and I see it every day in my clinic.
Dr. Sheethal Kircher with Northwestern Medicine's Cancer Survivalship Institute says life after cancer brings unique challenges.
When you're diagnosed with a cancer, no matter where you are on the continuum and the journey, it plays a role in impacting almost every aspect of your life.
Kircher recommends cancer survivors continue a relationship with their care team that includes nurses, dietitians, social workers, palliative care physicians, and mental health professionals.
It takes a village.
Kircher says to also seek out resources available to you that include support groups, exercise and nutrition programs, and mental health counseling. Finally, it's not always easy, but ask for and receive help from caregivers.
I think the patient that does best has a whole team of internal, external, and family friend resources to help them through treatment as well as life after treatment.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.